Hi, I'm a BOLA student tutor, and today I'm going to be talking to you about rhythm. In this video, I will talk about time signatures and the notes that go into the different types of rhythm in music. The first thing we're going to talk about is time signature. Time signature tells you how many and what kind of notes per measure there are. The top number tells you how many notes there are per measure. The bottom number tells you what kind of note. For example, in 4/4 time, also known as common time, the top means that there are 4 beats in each measure, and the bottom number means the type of note that gets a beat. So in this case of the 4, it's a quarter note. In these examples, the first one means there are 3 beats, and each beat is 1/4 note. In the second example, it means there are 5 beats, and each beat is a half note. In the third example, it means that there are 6 beats, and each beat is an eighth note. It is also important to note that the time signature can look like a variety of things. The bottom number could be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on, as long as the notes go on. Now we're going to focus on the different types of notes in a rhythm. For these examples, we're going to be using 4/4 time, which is common time, which means there are 4 beats in a measure, and each beat is 1/4 note. First, we'll start with a quarter note. In 4/4 time, as I said before, the quarter note gets 1 beat. Next, we're going to look at the half note. In 4/4 time, a half note gets 2 beats. Next, we're going to look at a whole note. In 4/4 time, a whole note takes up the whole measure and gets 4 beats. Next is an eighth note. In 4/4 time, an eighth note only gets 1/2 of 1 beat. Next, we're going to look at a 16th note. In 4/4 time, a 16th note gets 1/4 of a beat. Lastly, we're going to be looking at a dotted half note, which in 4/4 time gets 3 beats. The dot on that half note means that it gets an extra half of whatever that rhythm is. So in this case, a dotted half note would get 2 beats from the half note and 1 beat from the dot, which equals 3 beats. To make sure that we understand each type of note, let's put it into a measure. So first, we'll do 1/4 note. Next, we'll do a half note. And then we'll do 2 eighth notes, which looks like this. We have 1 beat, then we have beats 2 and 3, and then we have beat 4, because an eighth note is half a beat each, so 2 of them together would create 1 full beat. Before we move on to the other time signatures and learn how to apply notes in those time signatures, let's make sure we understand the basic time signature, which is 4/4 time. So let's do 4 16th notes, 1 half note, and 1/4 note. This, since each 16th note is 1/4 of a beat, 4 of them make up 1 beat. So this is beat 1. The half note, which is 2 beats, is beats 2 and 3. And the quarter note is beat 4. Now let's move on to a more difficult time signature. Let's start out with a time signature like 3/4. So, as I said before, the top number means that that's how many beats are in that measure. So in this example, there are 3 beats in this measure, and each beat, like in the last example, is a quarter note. So we can do 1 quarter note, 1 half note, and that'll make our measure. This is 1 beat, and this is beats 2 and 3. And since we only want 3 beats in that measure is complete with those 2 notes. finish up, let's do one final example. Let's do a measure in 4/2. So this means there are 4 beats in the measure, but each beat is one half note. So in this example, you could do 4 half notes, which will make up the 4 beats, because in this example, a half note is 1 beat. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. This has been a Bullis Student Tutor video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you check out the rest of our YouTube channel for more tutoring videos. Thank you!